What's up, everybody? This is the new set that I'm using for today. I'm trying to set out. Let me know if y'all like it. It's a test. I'm just trying to set out for today a new set. Um, okay, this episode was borderline retarded in some areas, and let me explain why some of this was retarded. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. I want to talk about Taya first. Taya Delgado has been my chick since she stepped foot in Landview back in the day. I feel bad for Taya. Personally speaking, I feel pretty bad for Taya. Like for her first to have to deal with supposedly losing her husband, and now she had to deal with giving up a kid that she'd been prison, pretty much raising for the past 4 months. That's difficult. I feel, you know, bad for her. I think she'll pull through. Um, as far as Todd is concerned, if I was him, if I was that nigga, I would watch out. Seriously, like, Tay is not one to piss off. Like, seriously, that's a person that you don't want on your ass. Is Taya. Just saying. She, like, her emotion and everything like that. I know some people said that I said that she was over dramatic or whatever like that. I don't. That's not what I was trying to say. And if I did say it, I said it in a good way. I didn't say it in a bad way. Well, I didn't mean it in a bad way, but I just meant that the screaming shit could have kind of toned down a little bit, but I meant that in a good way. Um, she actually brought a lot of emotion the past couple episodes. Like she's been, bringing a lot of that raw emotion that you don't see in every actor or actress and stuff like that. But she's been bringing it hard body, like, and I love that about her. She always was a great actress, always. Um, but the scene with her, Sam, Jason, the baby, that shit was crazy. Like, I'm glad that Sam at least allowed her to say goodbye to the kid. You know what I mean? Because that's the least they could do is at least allow her to give a farewell. But as far as us seeing the last of Taya Delgado on this show, I doubt it. Todd, I'm sure she gonna want some type of revenge against Todd. I'm sure. Um, Speaking of, let me say this about John McBain. He has no point in being in Port Charles anymore. Personally speaking, he has no point in being there no more. He should go back to Landview and focus on this custody thing with Natalie because now that everything in Port Charles is pretty much closed, he should be focused on Liam. I am so pissed that I have seen the promos for Jason's final week. I still can't believe this is his final week on the show. I was like, damn. Um, I just want to put it out there that his last episode, his final episode, I will do a separate video on that. On his final episode, I'm gonna do a separate video on that. Um, it's only right that I do a separate video for him, of course. Um, Dr. Britt. Oh, Dr. Britt, Dr. W, whatever the hell her name is. She's starting to annoy me every day that she's on the show. She's irritating me. Um, Her thirstiness for Dr. Drake is annoying. Like how she lashed out at Sabrina over her telling Patrick about Robin supposedly being alive and stuff like that. I'm like, I changed my perspective on Sabrina running her mouth to Patrick about it because you know what, somebody told me yesterday, maybe, because she don't really know that Anna Devane is Robin's mother and stuff like that, of course. So, um, I could appreciate that and understand that. At first, I wasn't seeing it that way because I was a little pissed that she told him what Anna said and what Heather said. But now I see the point of why she made a mistake and said it. So all is forgiven on that point. But as far as Britt goes, she is straight. I know she was praying that Robin wasn't alive. I don't get why. women are like that. Like, so, I mean, she has a pretty good career. I don't get why she's like lusting after somebody who just literally lost a wife not even a year ago. It hasn't even been a full year yet. It's only been a couple months. So I don't understand that. To me, that's just stupid. I don't trust her. I think every time I get a gut feeling about a certain character, I'm always right. So I have an extreme gut feeling about her intentions and stuff like that, and I know I'm right about her. Um, Let me jump to Carly for a minute. I think the Carly, Johnny, Connie scenes were hilarious. Well, the Connie and Carly sniping at each other, I like that part. But Carly, I don't understand why was she at Johnny's apartment. I would never understand what was she there for. Like, she needs to let that go. That whole relationship or lack thereof, she needs to let go. Like, cause it's pointless. Her and Todd, I think, would have been a good fit, but with his criminal behavior lately, I don't see that working. But I hope they pair her up with somebody. I think what they need to do is bring somebody new in for her. You know, Todd could have been that new person, but I'm just not seeing her and Todd right now. Probably not for the next couple months. Um, I want Carly to focus on other things, like, you know, her business, her kids, like, you know, focus on that. Specifically Jocelyn. She should focus on Jocelyn. Um, as far as Duke is concerned, as far as that situation is concerned, um, you know, y'all go to the bathroom at the same time, right? Hold on one second. Who got a bathroom? Anyway, that's nasty. Anyway, excuse the interruption. Um, as far as the Duke Joe Jr. situation, I think that's dumb. I just think that whole storyline is stupid, pretty much, because I never understood. I thought Joe Jr. was there because of Jerry Jacks. I didn't think it was because of no other reason beyond that. But I didn't think Joe Jr. even knew who Duke was. Surprisingly. Um, that whole storyline is beyond me, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Luke, him and Tracy, I think, have a hilarious relationship, of course. But him and Anna don't belong together, of course. That relationship, I think, is stupid too. That whole thing, just dumb. But of course, Luke ain't gonna see it that way because now he's in a battle over nothing. I'm just saying. He's in a battle over a stupid relationship. Like, I just think that the writers do not do good relationships, and that whole baby switching storyline, I think, was dumb. They've been making like terrible decisions ever since they started writing for the show. I'm like, it's stupid. Like, they writing for the show is atrocious. Um, Personally, I think a 2-year-old could have wrote this show better than they writing it. RC and Frank Valentine, they just write the show so dumb. Like, they don't be realistic with the show, and I think it's stupid because I'm like, they kill off babies. I don't think they should even killed off. It never made perfect sense, like, to kill off Taya's baby. That didn't make sense. I'm like, they should have just kept both the kids on the show. I could understand if they want to swap the kids and have both of them raise different kids, but killing off one kid and keeping another alive, it was pointless. Um, But I said before though, RC and Frank have a knack for killing kids on TV shows. Like they have a knack for that, and it's stupid. Um, but anyway, hopefully, Taya will be back on the show soon. I don't think today was her last air date. I don't think. I think she'll be back a little down the line. I don't know when Blair is coming back. That I don't. Um, I heard it was supposed to be in the next couple of months or a month. Um, um, as far as this Duke, Lavery, Joe Jr., Sonny storyline, why do they let me just explain this. Sonny is my favorite character, one of my favorite characters, but why do they continue? What do Duke have to do with Sonny? I think that was just a last minute thing that they put together. Honestly, Duke and Sonny, like seriously, I think that was a last minute thing that they put together because Jerry Jacks is dead and Joe Jr. is too stupid to be the mastermind behind this plot. And here's why. I'm about to say this. I'm about to explain to everybody why this storyline is so dumb if you think about it from a legal standpoint. Bear with me. Duke said that if they killed Christina, they would get Sonny's entire empire, the Corinthos organization, all his assets. Here's the kicker. Legally, biologically, Sonny has 4 children. Count them, 4. Dante, Michael, Morgan, Christina. He has 4 kids. Why would he give everything he owns to just Christina? Why would he do that? And mind you, the Corinthos organization is not a part of their trust fund because he would never give his criminal empire to none of his kids. He would never do it. Here's the other kicker. Sonny only owns 50% of the Corinthos organization. The Corinthos organization is actually the Corinthos Morgan organization. Him and Jason each own 50% of the criminal organization. Hello. The trust funds that his kids have will, if they don't get those trust funds while Sonny is still alive, when Sonny dies, then they will get the money. Meaning they will each get an equal share of Sonny's estate, which means 25% equally for all 4 kids, 25% a piece. Meaning, here's the thing, if Duke and Joe would have killed Christina, Sonny would need to die in order for Trey to get that inheritance as her husband. But here's the thing. If Christina would have died, Sonny could have easily rewrote his will. He could have gave Christina share to his other 3 children. One of his other 3 children could have got Christina share. Hello. Look at it from that point. Look at everything I just said from that point, and you will see that Duke's plan is retarded. Like, seriously, how do you figure Christina's going to get that money now? That don't make no sense while Sonny is still alive. And why would he give all his assets to Christina? They will split everything 25% apiece, meaning each of them will get 25% ownership of Sonny's house, Sonny's legitimate businesses, and Sonny's island. Duh. Idiots. Anyway, hopefully on tomorrow's episode, Duke will finally kill Joe Jr. I pray. Anyway, Christina and Trey need to get this thing annulled ASAP. I wouldn't mind them continuing their relationship, but they don't need to do it as a husband and wife. I think that's dumb. Anyway, I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'm out.